Hi there. In this screencast, we're going to go over the GameOverLost and GameOverWon methods. So these methods are going to be called if the game is won, meaning they've correctly guessed, the player has correctly guessed the phrase in the text box where they called text guessed answer. Or game over lost if they either guessed the wrong answer, meaning like on Wheel of Fortune when the person guesses the wrong thing and Pat Sajak or Ryan Seacrest, I guess it is now, says, no, that's not right. And then it's the next person's turn. Um, or the sick man has completely appeared because they failed to guess the right answer and they keep guessing wrong letters. Okay, so these methods are very similar, and they actually look very similar to our Connect 3 game, meaning what you do when somebody won, or we didn't have anything, I think, happen when anybody lost, but it's the same concept. So I'm going to make two void methods, and one is going to be called Game Over One right here. And the other one is called GameOverLost. So these are void methods. So their headers are private void, GameOverLost, parentheses, and then private void, GameOverWon. So the first thing we're going to do is display a message box that tells the user that they lost in GameOverLost. So we're going to say messagebox.show, and you don't have this, you can use a different phrase if you want. It doesn't have to be mine exactly. Game over, you were hanged. The phrase was, and then in quotation marks, plus puzzle phrase. Okay, so then it's going to make the complete puzzle phrase appear in the area where we display what they've guessed so far and with all the hyphens for the letters. So we say txt display phrase dot text equals puzzle phrase. So that displays the full phrase where, like on the Wheel of Fortune board. Then we're going to ask them if they want to play again. Okay, so now this is exactly what was in our Connect 3 game. It's this code exactly. If messagebox.show, would you like to play again, comma, play again, messagebox.yes/no, messagebox.icon.question, messagebox default button two equals dialogbox.yes. And if they answer yes to that dialog box, we call the reset game method, which we already wrote way back in one of the earlier screencasts. And then if they say no, we close the app. So we say this.close. So game over one is similar, right? And it's messagebox.show. Congratulations, you guessed the phrase. All right, we make the display or the phrase appear in its completely in the text box down below where the clues and the hyphens all were. And then we ask them if they want to play again. So literally this if statement is identical in both of these messages. The difference is the message is a little bit different in the first messagebox.show. Okay, so that's game over one and game over lost.